One of the main reasons why computers slow down, crash, have hard drive failures, software programs not working properly, and all kinds of errors is because there is poor or non-existent maintenance plan in place. Running disk cleanup on a daily basis goes a long way to sorting these problems out. Once you copy what I am going to show you in this video, disk cleanup will run and retrieve the saved settings that you will create with siege-set1 command, and you will not have to interact with disk cleanup at all. It will run automatically and clean up the files you selected in disk cleanup settings. The first thing we will set up is disk cleanup and set it to run automatically. Now, there are two areas that need to be incorporated to make this happen. One is set a registry key that saves the settings for files that are deleted by disk cleanup, and we do this by using a program called command prompt. And two, create a schedule for running disk cleanup on a regular timetable by setting it to run on a program called task scheduler. So we will start by setting up the registry key by using command prompt. It is not hard, just follow and copy what I am doing, and if you need to, you can pause the video, complete the task, and then continue tutorial. So we want the disk cleanup to run automatically, and in order to do that we have to set up a siege-set command that creates a registry key which we will use to save our disk cleanup settings. To do that we have to open the command prompt, so let's open it. So click on Start and go to All Programs, and then click on Accessories, and the second one down here is Command Prompt. So right click on it and run as administrator. Now your user account control will ask you, do you want to allow the following program to make changes to this computer, and just click yes, and then the command prompt will open. At the command prompt, type in clean mgr.exe space / siege-set:1 and then press enter on the keyboard. This will open the disk cleanup settings dialog box where you have to select the items you want disk cleanup to delete when it runs. I will show you that now. So type in clean mgr.exe space / siege-set:1 and then press enter, and then the disk cleanup settings dialog box will open. So hit enter. Once you hit enter, disk cleanup settings window will open. Select the files that you want disk cleanup to delete when it runs. You will notice that when you use command prompt to set up disk cleanup settings, that there are a lot more options to be selected for deletion. All the files can be selected with the exception of 5, which are service pack backup files, setup log files, thumbnails, per user queued Windows error reporting, and system queued Windows error reporting. I will show you these 5 sections when we get to them in disk cleanup settings. There is a description for all these files if you want to check what they are. Just highlight the file and a description will appear in the description box below. Some of the descriptions are not very descriptive, so if you want more information about them you can do a search. Type the name of the file in Google and you will find info about them. So the first one here is temporary setup files, this guy here, and these files were created by programs when they were installed and are no longer needed. As stated in the description, they can be deleted. Okay, so we can tick that guy. And the second one here is downloaded program files, which can be deleted. These files are ActiveX controls and Java applets, which are downloaded when you visit certain websites and enable Internet Explorer browser to view multimedia content on certain web pages. Make sure you have security and privacy settings set up correctly on your Internet Explorer browser, so bugs and viruses cannot get in through these ActiveX and Java programs. So make sure that guy is ticked. And the next one here then is temporary internet files. The temporary internet files folder contains web pages that are stored on your hard drive for quick viewing. Disk cleanup removes these pages but leaves your personal settings for web pages intact. This option also includes a view file button, which opens the content.ie5 folder so you can see what they are. You can set these files for deletion. So there's the temporary internet files, and I have a tick beside it. Well, it was ticked already actually. And if you wanted to view the files, just click on view files and this window will open. This one is empty, but you will see the files if you have been out on the internet, and it will show you websites that you have been viewing. Okay, so they can be deleted. All they're doing is sitting there taking up space on your hard drive. The next one here then is offline web pages. Offline web pages can also be deleted. They are like temporary internet files and you can use them for viewing a page offline, but they will not show you any updated content from that site. So really what you are looking at is an old copy of that web page, which is not of much use to you. So you can set them for deletion also. So tick the box. Again, you can view those pages as well if you like to see what they are. The next one here now is debug dump files. Debug dump files. When an error occurs causing your computer to crash, Windows gathers information about the crash and info that was stored in memory at the time of the crash and saves it to a file called dump files. These files can be used by a Microsoft technician to troubleshoot the cause of the error, which will cost you a fortune. I will show you how to recover from these crashes with the use of a drive image, so removing the need to use these dump files. So you can set up these debug dump files for deletion because you will never use them. Okay, so we'll tick that guy and we'll move down here now. The next one here is old check disk files. There is a program you can run to check the drive for fragments of files. They are saved onto the drive in a folder called the root folder. If you have never run check disk, then there will be no files to delete, and it will not matter if you select it or not. But you should run check disk once every few months to check your drive for bad sectors, especially if your drive is over 1 year old. I have more info on using check disk on my website if you want to go and check that out. So we're going to tick that guy. And the next one here now is previous Windows installations. Previous Windows installation files from a previous Windows installation. These files are left after you've upgraded the computer to Windows 7, or if you've upgraded to Vista from XP. If you don't need any of these files from your previous Windows installations, you can save a huge amount of space by removing them. But if you have never upgraded, there is no point in setting it for deletion. So you can tick it anyway, even if you haven't upgraded from, say, Vista to Windows 7, or XP up to Windows 7, or XP up to Vista. And if you're not sure, then make sure you do tick it, so it will delete them if they are present. So the next one here is recycling bin. Recycling bin files you delete on your PC, say in your desktop or your documents folder, are moved to the recycling bin. and sit there until you empty the recycling bin. So setting this file for deletion usually frees up a lot of space. So make sure that guy is ticked also. The next one here then is service pack backup files. As I mentioned earlier, this is one of the 5 that you need to leave unticked, because service pack may have a bug or a problem, and if you delete this service pack backup files, you will not be able to uninstall the service pack that has a problem. So just make sure that that one is left unticked. And the next one down here then is system log files, which you should also leave unticked, because if you ever need to remove a file from, say, programs and features folder, you may need a file from the setup log files to remove it. So you can leave that one. Now the next one here then is systems memory dump files. Systems error memory dump files. Created during a systems crash for troubleshooting purposes. And the next one down here also is systems error mini dump files. Created during a systems crash for troubleshooting purposes, and systems error mini dump files created during a systems crash for troubleshooting purposes. Both of these files can be set for deletion because you will never need to use them, because I will be showing you how to use a system image for recovering from such crashes, and these files are only useful to Microsoft technicians and engineers who know how to use them properly. So we can tick those 2 for deletion and move on now to the next one, temporary files. Temporary files. Programs sometimes save files temporarily for various reasons. These files are usually not important and can be deleted without problem. So you can set that guy for deletion as well. And the next one here then is temporary Windows installation files. Installation files used by Windows setup. These files are left over from the installation process and can be safely deleted, as shown here in the description. So you can tick that guy for deletion. Files discarded by Windows upgrade. So files discarded by Windows upgrades. Files identified as system files that were not moved during an upgrade. If your computer is running like it should, you can remove these files. So these files are left over after an upgrade. So like I said earlier, the upgrade files that we were talking about earlier, these can also be deleted. So just click on it there and set it for deletion. The next one here then is per user archive Windows error reporting files. Files used for error reporting and solution checking with Microsoft. If a program crashes, these reports are sent to Microsoft for a solution on fixing the problem. You can delete these files because they have already been sent to Microsoft. So you can delete that guy. And the next one here then is per user queued Windows error reporting files. So this one is used for error reporting and solution checking with Microsoft. If a program crashes, these reports are sent to Microsoft for a solution on fixing the problem, and Microsoft may issue an update to fix the problem. So these ones are queued, so they have not been sent to Microsoft yet, so that's why we are leaving them unticked, so as not to delete them, so that they will be sent to Microsoft in the off chance that they will be able to find a solution for the error that you are having on your computer. Okay, and the next one here then is system archive. Just like the per user archive, these can also be deleted because they have already been sent to Microsoft. The second last one here is system queued Windows error reporting files. This one should also be left unticked because they have not been sent to Microsoft yet. Okay, and the last one here then is Windows upgrade log files. Windows upgrade log files created when Windows was upgraded. If all your software and settings are working fine, you can delete these files. That's if you have upgraded your computer, of course. Well, it won't harm your system to have it ticked anyway. So you can tick that guy as well. So just a quick note on thumbnails. In disk cleanup settings, this one didn't show up for me because I have ran this program before and I had it unselected, so that's why it didn't show up this time, but it will for you. So thumbnails are small versions of pictures, videos and supported documents for quick viewing when you are browsing Windows, if you're using thumbnails. If you delete these, they will be regenerated the next time you're browsing files. So just as well leave these files unselected. So now, when you're finished selecting all the files you want to set for deletion, just click OK, and the settings are then set to clean up all those files every time this cleanup runs. So just click OK. And if you ever want to change the settings in this cleanup settings, all you have to do is retype clean mgr.exe space /siege set :1 and hit return, and that disk cleanup settings box will open again, and you can unselect files if you want, or select more of them if you think that you don't need them. Okay. So you can go ahead now and close command prompt by clicking the red X.